have never been clearer. I see what you're doing to me now. They lie, they steal, they fooled us. Deep down I probably knew this. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one's perfect. Platinum seems so shallow, 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 shallow. But you are bright white gold. They made us lose our focus. The very same hands that formed us. Go build a better tomorrow. For you I'd make it a rainbow. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one's perfect. Platinum seems so shallow, 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 shallow. But you are bright white gold. With you by my side, I'm not worried. I think we'll be able to find ourselves again. Black expressions, empty words. Nothing can keep me away from you. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one told us. Platinum seems so shallow, 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 shallow. But you were bright white gold.
I'm gonna turn my mic on. How about that? So Trouble's here, and then John's here, and he's all burped. He's ready to go for a stream. Look, whoever's here, welcome. I see some fun people in there already. Steve, Sammy, of course, Keshi was here out of the gate. Jen, Marlene, I think I may have already said that. I don't know. Boston, Don, I missed you, my friend. The Bruins are on, so we're gonna take a back seat. But you know who's not gonna take a back seat? It's gonna be our friend John. So John went up to get some coffee, get himself situated, get the old britches and gear. This is a weird night. It's a Tuesday stream. It almost feels oddly old school because that was my night, and it was usually 8 o'clock, but here we are. So let's bring Mr. John on so we can have a group hug and see what's going on. John!
That was my night.
It was my night, not your night,
It was my night for fun. How's everybody doing?
You're making fun of me. It was my night. It wasn't your night. Your night was Thursday. Now it's our night.
Was I running around like crazy or what?
This fool. So if you got this fool named John, I'm sitting here. My dog's barking. I'm sorry. That's how you don't have to do about that. He'll stop eventually, or I'll give him to the orphanage. But this fool comes on about 9 minutes till showtime. Sits down. He wants to change out mics. He can't figure out his sound. He's got all sorts of. I'm just sitting here. He's like, man, I can't hear anything. And he, like, all of a sudden, it's my issue. And I'm like, I've been here for an hour, and I feel like everything's fine. So I'm panicking.
It's because my headphones weren't plugged in.
Yeah. So John was turning lights on.
My earpieces in, turning on my lights back there.
He unplugged his extension, and he's like looking at me, going, "I don't tell you, bro. I think it, I can't tell." And I'm like,
not sure what it is.
Plug it in, man. What's going on with you? Jesus. Amateur hour. So yeah. So my wife went somewhere and apparently left the dogs upstairs with the windows open, and that's going to be trouble. I might have to take a break, but it's going to be a quick show tonight because here's the deal, John. I mentioned to you I'm leaving on Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Going away for about 4 or 5 days.
Nice.
So yeah, it's kind of a getaway thingy. I'm going to
Where are you going off to?
going up. I'm going to a cabin to write a manifesto up north, and so there's a place on the lake up there. I'm gonna check it out, and
Sweet.
yeah. So just get away for a few days, do that business, and then get back next week. And I got to hit the ground running. I've got myself way too much going on. I'm getting my head over my skis. It's been really, really busy.
Crazy
But yeah,
busy.
It's been fun. Everybody's busy. Let's see. Let's say hi to friends. You want to say hi to friends?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to them before we move on to our bad selves. I'll find you
Got
guys.
Sammy, TH2, Cashew,
I'm a little annoyed.
Jen.
Yeah. So,
I was talking to Don the other day, and we had like a whole big discussion about BMX bikes from the 80s.
oh yeah,
Don and
I do recall.
Don
So
and
here we
I.
go. So yeah, I'm already behind. But you know what? I'm not going to start from the beginning because we'll be too far behind. But let's just say hi to people. Boston Don, Cashew, and Emma dropped in earlier. Sammy I'd seen.
Tommy.
Is Tommy here already?
Tommy.
Oh Jesus.
Yup.
He's already wearing me out. Aloha, did you get my email? I did. And as I responded, I replied to you like an hour and a half ago. But he says he's busy. He doesn't check his email. And that's something we could talk about, John, because it was about a mic, as he's been talking about that. I got a little more information. And, why not just put it off?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
We'll bounce that
He
off.
was
I got some,
asking last.
yeah, so, oh, you're saying hi to your mom. That's nice. Marlene, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, she's saying hi to Cashew. Butterflies and everything. You guys really putting a lot of time into your chat. Boy, Tom, he must have been having a low day. Look at how much he wrote. Look at Tommy dropping that.
Hi.
Tommy, okay? You need a welfare check over at your house? Send some people over?
Just hi.
Hi. I hope he's fine. Maybe he couldn't find the right hoodie to wear or something. He's just kind of put out. I hope he's okay.
Well, my problem was before the stream,
Yep.
I was looking at upgrading phones, and
Oh, God.
I had
It's like
like
buying a
3
car.
picked out. I'm in the website. It just went on and on. And of course, one thing deleted something and screwed everything up. And I was just like, I gotta restart this tomorrow.
Oh, that's why you
But
came in like
there's
9 minutes before show, unplugged, trying to change mics, making me crazy. Okay, cool. I'm glad your baggage ended up in my lap. Phones are not fun. Man, to me, that's right up there with going to buy a car. Like,
Is
going
it?
to-
No, it's easy for me.
I'm not saying it's not that. I get
don't
annoyed with
like-
the people. I get annoyed with salespeople in the phone places sometimes and all that.
I don't use them usually. I do everything online.
I know. Okay. Yeah, lately I've been doing it online. You're right. Admittedly, once COVID hit, I did all my phone stuff online, and I will say it's been much nicer. But going into those places, you wait for an hour and a half to get to somebody. Remember the old days? Like
Yeah.
2 years ago?
I have like an S8, and I believe
I have an S8.
it's like 6 years old.
Yep. I have
So-
a S22. A
Yeah,
20.
you were telling me,
Not
right?
a 22. The 22 is new. I love it.
So that's what I was going to upgrade to, the 22. They're basically going to give it to me for free.
Camera on that S22 is nuts.
Is amazing, right?
Yeah,
That's why I was
rivaling
thinking
the
I could
iPhone.
just really jam out on my Instagram and really up the
God.
ante.
Yeah.
People are just, you don't know. I've been holding back on the Instagram.
They've been clamoring. They've been banging on the walls for you to get sharpest 4K you can find for those reels you want to do on Instagram.
Yeah,
We
you
need to
better
see more of
watch.
that.
The reels are going to step up another notch soon.
Jesus Christ! All right, well, it's good because I canceled my Instagram account. So that'll be good for me. Marlene says, "Wow, cool hat."
No,
Yeah,
you
did you?
didn't.
No, I did. Did you guys not get the memo? It's supposed to be cowboy hat Tuesday cowboy hat, and we're eating ravioli out of a can. So I don't know what you guys are doing, but
Hey.
that's what's happening here. So.
If you haven't eaten Chef Boyardee out of a can, you haven't lived.
Oh my god, that fake meat and that Chef Boyardee stuff. Oh, as a kid, I would just kill it, but now I think I would
That's
just
it.
run from it, man. Hey, Don's offering himself up to you while I'm away, so
I don't know what that means, but I'll
I don't
take
know, but it's a little.
it. It's a little forward, but
we didn't need to dig into it. We just wanted to kind of put it out there as on the radar. Aloha to Nina. We're trying to find mics and everything, and what is this? Government cheese was stale, bro. Not happy. You have to be.
Sorry, Tommy.
Oh, you have to be old not to
Yeah.
remember the government cheese, by the way. Not happy. Oh,
We used to get it.
We did too. The big bricks. Remember they had the bricks out of like the white unmarked vans that would come through town, and they're like, "Here's some government cheese." Like thinking, this is what the government's doing to keep us going through the recession. Is cheese blocks? And meanwhile, none of us could go to the bathroom for like a month because we were all bound up.
Didn't you like the taste when you ate that Chef Boyardee and it was like the aluminum can / acidic tomato taste, right, Tracy? I mean,
it was awful.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't really mind it when I was 20.
No, when I'm 20 and you're in college, that stuff was great after a frat party or during one. I just want to welcome Nina and say hi officially. And we haven't really officially welcomed you, and we're excited to have you here as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
No memo?
And there's Ian too, and my wife. My wife is stopping in, even though she's at a lacrosse game. She is still saying hi. So that's
your wife can do more than one thing at once. Okay. She can do it.
Yeah.
She teaches kids and has 2 sons at home.
That's what wives do.
That aluminum aftertaste. That aluminum probably is in our brains now, right? Wasn't that the deal too with the aluminum? It's not good for your
mercury
brain.
First.
Oh wow.
Put the mercury in your fillings first, and then the aluminum after.
We can't win, man. Every time we turn around, there's something getting into our stupid nonsense.
No, I'm gonna live forever. We'll live forever though, still.
Because they're like, what do they call it? They're from the inside out. They're getting us all ready to be just living forever. Ian, how you doing? Howdy. God, it's late. It's like 9 in the morning. No, it'd be like 7, 8 morning. Chef Boyardee. Yeah. It's not good stuff.
I never had the Dinty Moore stuff. I did not.
Hello to the better half.
Hey.
Oh, the Dinty Moore. Oh, are we doing the
Yeah.
Oh, Chef Boyardee over the Dinty Moore.
Did she change her picture?
She did. Look at that. It's a pretty like pinky.
Yeah, I think so.
Going on there. Looks like she might have.
Nice. She's got.
I think she might have used a little soft lens on that. Looks nice.
She's stepping up.
She's gonna get mad at me for saying
I think she's moving forward with the YouTube channel. She's getting serious. I think.
She's getting serious. All right. Well, you don't need them.
Yeah.
You don't need the soft lens. Yeah.
She's settling in the new house, and she's just ready to let it go.
She got the old Onans hit in. Got the internet stuff cooked up. She's going to be moving, huh?
Doesn't matter, Tracy. We just noticed it now. All right.
You know, Tracy. If that picture's new to us, it's new.
It's new. All right. God damn it. That's all that matters.
John's so offended that he got called on for being offending someone.
I knew she was going to say that anyway. I'm focused right on this. Right.
That is hilarious. Are you focused on me?
Yeah.
Is that what you're pointing to? Is
right
me?
On you.
Awesome, man.
Yep, it's right on. It's right on that screen. I put the focus point right on there.
Well, I like the photo she has on there. I think that's great. To keep that photo.
It is. It's good.
Yeah, I think everybody's giving a thumbs up on the photo. I like your new picture, says Jen. Jen with her. You guys are going on that pink road. Both of you got that pink stuff going on. So, I don't know, man. We decided like the last second to do a Tuesday stream, and the fact that anybody's here is amazing. But they are. And we're going to talk about a couple things. It'll be a quicker stream than normal because I say that it'll be like 11 p.m. But yeah, I'm heading out Thursday, and I got stuff to do, and I don't know, man. You know, going away on a trip is so easy. It's so easy to get ready and pack and get your stuff together and deal with people. But whatever, man. So, yeah, it's 8 a.m. I see I was close. It was 8 a.m. I know the time change put you guys back a little bit.
Nice.
Did we get a thumbs up if they killed the daylight savings time with the bill?
I don't think they killed it yet.
Okay, I don't think still in play. Killed. I think it's still in play.
I hope so. I really want to get rid of it, and so do most of the people too. They do want to get rid of it. So
most, not all. Yeah.
Not all, but still.
So last time I saw you had noise because they were cutting down trees and doing landscaping.
Yeah, and they cut my neighbor's trees down yesterday.
Oh, so you've had that fun. They've been doing a lot of trees around here, but they get power lines. But
yeah.
And so I'm sure that was cheap and painless. I don't know if anybody's ever taken down trees. You know how expensive trees are to take down. Like they are not cheap. To deal with that nonsense. So if you're going to take one and you have 2 others to take down, take them all down, man. Because
they took 5 down, and then they took like 3 or 4 down my neighbor, and then they took another like 4 at my other neighbor up the street. This guy made like 10 grand or so in like 3 days on our street.
Oh my God, yeah, that's what happens, especially this
that's
time
good
of year,
though,
man. No, it's great.
But they were good.
So did you record it?
I did not. No, I was at work.
All these excuses.
I have to work. Like, no one believes this, right? But I actually go to a job every day, back and forth. I know you all thought for months and months I just hang out and watch streams all day.
Well, you're in everybody's stream all day. They're like, John's just sitting at home, living on the government dough, you know.
Yep. I gained 30 pounds doing that this year.
So did everybody else.
And now I'm going to lose that.
So, you know, she's saying, Cashew, they complimented my new pick quite a few times. I'm glad you have it under control. Yeah, we probably have. But I you know, we could use some ginkgo maybe. Maybe we're a little ginkgo deprived. We could probably. We actually have sent something on our photo before. But I wonder if it looks different because of the white box. We do.
Tommy gets jealous.
He does get jealous, but you know, what are you going to do?
Gets hurt.
So not to get into all the rigmarole. Did you guys see
what?
Elon Musk buying into Twitter? Pretty heavy. That was a very interesting little $3 billion he dropped into 10% of Twitter yesterday. That was
oh, really?
It's a game changer. Yeah, it's going to change up a lot of stuff. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of reverberations from that. Not only did the man drop $3 billion into stock to get about 10%, because what he did was such a positive in the stock, it actually increased the stock by 25. So when you net it all out, he actually valued it at $700 million more than when he actually bought the stock. Like, you know, it's stock.
Well, he's no dummy.
No, man, it's crazy. I couldn't believe it.
Right. No
I woke up and I'm like, this has got to be a joke. And I'm like, that dude just bought 10%, which means if we all know some people like Elon, he's going to be close to 25% soon. And, you know, he's been pretty aggressive on there about saying, hey, I do agree. This is our de facto town square. And we just need everybody to feel that they can get their voice heard and play fair, and I think that's all he wants. So hopefully that's addressed for everybody on all sides, because I think anytime people's voices aren't heard, they just get mad, and that doesn't work out. So even though it's sometimes hard to hear,
I had no idea.
Stuff. No, I mean, it was big news yesterday, but yet, you know, it's the way it is these days. Even big news is hard because we're so busy and you can't get stuff through. I thought, oh my God.
Yeah.
It shook me. I was really shocked, but it'll be very interesting. Yeah, he casually threw that. He casually threw. Think about this. That's like a laptop to him. That's how many billions that dude has. 3 billion.
It's like how much money you spend in your studio. He's just like constantly throwing money at it.
Yeah, just like that. So he has a lot of money. There's no doubt about it. And that doesn't mean he's a fool. Like, I don't believe he would drop all that money in there just to be, you know, look like a big shot or anything like that. I think he already has plans. No. He's already putting things out there. And his first tweet after he bought in was hours later and just says, "Hi, LOL." Just like, you know, oh, hi. Oh, hi. It's
hi.
Like, oh my God, dude, you basically are he's the majority owner in Twitter now. And so that's very interesting. Yeah, thank you for everybody. And Cashew, thank you for that. I'm going to put it out there. I don't normally put up there, but you know what? Thank you for everybody for hitting the like. You guys always do. I'm always shocked at how many likes we have at the end, because, you know, it does help us and it just makes us feel good. So, yeah, I mean, a few billion to Elon is like $100 to us. It really, I mean, it's a lot of money. I mean, maybe more than $100, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't remember. He's worth at least 350 billion last I checked. So it's still a lot of money, but
right.
He also made some money by doing it. He's going to be fine. Let's not everybody cry for Elon Musk. He's going to.
It's like throwing away 25 grand about probably for us.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Well, I don't know how rich. You know, it all depends how rich you are.
I saw that, Don. Like already today, 24 hours later, Twitter had to put him on the board. Now, they kind of had to, because they know what's coming.
Wouldn't they?
I mean, he owns 10%.
Why wouldn't you?
I mean, he's going to come in there and do something.
Plus, he's brilliant.
I think he's got a good head, and I never look. That's the beautiful thing. If you really follow him, you know, people on the left used to love him because they thought he was like this way, and then the right was kind of, and now the right's like, oh, good, he's speaking common sense, and now the left's kind. But really, he's really almost a true libertarian. If you really listen to his broad spectrum, I find him to be kind of the independent libertarian. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know. We're all biased, but it was very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know him that well, but he's pretty, you know, I think everybody's sided to something, but I mean, I don't think he's right? Like, he's not there saying I favor one side or the other.
No. His comments have always been, I favor free speech, which is interesting, and I didn't want to get into it. But one of the things that was disappointing when Jack Dorsey left Twitter was the new guy comes in and he's like, well, we're not here really to promote free speech. That's not our concern. Our concern is, our information for our users. I'm thinking, I think it all should be a concern, including freedom of speech. And I understand there's always limits to that, but I feel like we've kind of gotten lost. We've lost our way a little bit with the digital.
I'm not worried about the freedom of speech. I'm worried about people being clueless. That's the problem. So freedom of speech is good until people believe just about anything you tell them.
Yeah, and of course the old adage is, then whose fault is that, right? Is it the person giving the information, or the person who doesn't do the research?
The people. The people are definitely
the ears. The
everybody
people,
wants
we've all gotten so bad in a way. I try not to, but we all got so reflective to saying first thing we hear, we believe cognitive bias, and so the first thing we read or hear, that's what we just want to believe. We want to believe it's true, and you can't do that, man. You gotta.
Listen, you know what's incredible? Like to this day, and I'm not cited, and I'm not religious really. I've read the Bible, but I'm not religious and stuff. But if you tell people today, even that Jesus was a Jew, they're like in shock. You know what I mean? Like they don't even know.
I know.
So like, it's incredible. So I don't like think that people have some type of knowledge about anything, because even a comment like that, people are blown away by. What? So who knows?
Jenna, you're talking about Elon. You talking about Elon and John and I? Yeah, we're buddies. We hang out. I mean, we have the same. I think we use the same.
I could hang out with
bank
him.
Account. And I bought at least 3 Teslas in the last year because.
Yeah, I tried to steal a couple. But.
I know. Jay, what's the difference between Nightbot and Cashew? Well, one.
No, it's not the educational system, Don. It's the way people are raised. I was raised to question everything, and
I do
how
believe
you
some of
find
it's
out
educational
stuff.
system, though. I know. I do think definitely. Yeah. You can't.
I think it's the least of it all.
Really? Nah. I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
all you got to do is look at. That's not true. I mean, if you look at
the parents. Look at the parents.
No, I'm not exercising them from responsibility, but when
but they
you
don't
look,
take it.
All of them. I mean, that's not true because I've worked.
A very high majority of people.
You
go ask teachers, and you see where they stand and how they act.
I don't know, man.
About their children and for their children.
Yeah, but dude, that doesn't deal with. I'm talking about the lowering of standards constantly. We were constantly lowering standards. If you look at now, we've removed the SATs, we've removed valedictorians from many of the schools. We're getting rid of many of the tests that you need to really understand where we are. And if you look at our tests compared to the rest of the world, we are getting slaughtered in math and reading on all levels, man. And I can't really put that at the footsteps of just the parent, but I would say, and I'm not putting it at the footstep of all the teachers.
Yeah, but how does that have to do with what we're talking about? Like,
well, the educational system.
I don't have any of that. I don't have any of that.
What do you mean?
I don't have any education. I barely went through high school. So how does that justify for someone like me that questions things to figure out things for myself?
Well, see, I'm not saying that
I'm not educated. I'm not smart.
What does it have to? Well, what do you mean? What does that have to do with? Oh, but you're saying you have to be smart to be successful, or is that what you're saying?
I fell right through the cracks of everything. No one cared about what I was going to do or where I was going to go. I didn't take classes for anything. I never went to college.
Okay.
And I barely passed high school. So how does that make you oblivious to things, and how's that make you not question things,
so
and how's that make you just believe?
All right, we're talking about two different things. You're talking about two different things. I'm talking about the dumbing down of our
but that's
skill
what I'm saying.
sets.
It's not related.
It's not related because you don't need a college degree to understand lies if you just look around. What you're saying is true. It comes down to, do you care enough to look at different things to check yourself, to check what you're hearing? Can you get out of your own way and your own bias to be willing to hear other things, even if it means what you want to believe is
but that's just the beginning. You can listen to it, but you have to do your own due diligence, right? It's just like if you're buying stock. You can't just say some friend said that this is going to get this much return in 1 year. You have to do your own background check. Until you do, then it's just all hearsay.
Yeah, it's so true. We've gotten so, that was the thing about, you know, when Facebook came out, remember, and the whole thing was, well, we're going to be able to reach across and people are going to be able to have these conversations and we're going to solve these problems because we can have these community. And all that ended up happening is news and social media found a way to capitalize on angst and anger. And so they tribalized through algorithms. So they created a scenario where we got pushed into echo chambers. And when you're in an echo chamber, you really believe that's all that's happening. You're almost like, it's almost like Stockholm syndrome. You really believe that this is all true and there's nothing outside there. But I don't care what side of you're on. If you reach past that and start to dip into other things, you realize there's so much lying going on. There's so much grifting.
I mean, that's all true. But the more that the average person realizes that we're all much more similar than separate, once they realize that, maybe people will stop separating themselves so much.
Hopefully. I mean, and you know what, Don, I agree with this because really what John's saying is street smarts. I mean, that's in the end of the day, you're looking at a lot of
can
things.
Take you
you're really
super
super far. And so when it comes to dealing with world and lies, having that intuition, but the other problem is a lot of people aren't born with the intuition. But you're right. The problem here is we are not asking ourselves, and I think we're not asking our kids enough to anymore in the schools too. We're not allowed to dip into too much of that real debate to really get around it. And I think that's not healthy.
And if you're a teacher and you go and ask anybody to do more than what's asked of them, which even if you ask that, you're going to battles every day. Every day you'll go to battles with parents, administration, until they want to push you out of the school system.
Yeah, I mean, as a teacher, you're caught in the middle between a lot of administration who's never taught. They're just people with, you know, the tie on. They're creating, you know, these stupid rules, the stupid, really politics. And then you got the parents who come in and they're apathetic, or they're like grown children. They're just unrelenting. It's a bad place to be. When I say the educational system, I'm putting it at the feet of the parents, but I'm also putting it at the blame of politics and the way we've dumbed down expectations in the school system. And I think that's not, I mean, we're worried about so many dumb things. And meanwhile, China's got their kids at 6 years old, literally going outside on the playground. And when they're out playing, they're doing the periodic table and stuff, like the math equations.
That's because they prioritize things where we don't. Our federal system doesn't do the proper things to make sure that it's all fixed. You know, and then what you think the state? You think the state's going to go in and fix all those things too?
I believe the movie Idiocracy ended up being a documentary, man. That's sad but true. If you watch Idiocracy, we've done that to ourselves, and we used to laugh about it. Common sense, man. We're trying to grow corn with, you know, Mountain Dew and stuff. Was it Mountain Dew? I can't remember. They were trying to grow corn. They couldn't grow any corn, and they're growing with like Mountain Dew or some soda. They're so dumb. But that's
right.
You can control
dumb people.
Put in
our gasoline instead.
Yeah. That was a fun time.
We got off car.
We got off on a nice little bit. We usually don't go into those tangents, but that was kind of enjoyable. I kind of dug that.
Yeah, we got to start another channel for that, though.
I know, but at the end of the day, guys, we just blame John for everything. So I haven't really done a whole lot of tech this week because I've been busy.
Wow, I'm sorry for you then.
I know. So as you know, I got, you know, I'm into productivity. I did, not to toot my home, but I did go and put a lot of time into Notion. I did get my certification last week.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It turned out to be a little bit harder than I thought.
Notion certified is I got my Jeff now. So
yeah, I got my badge, and you know, then there's higher levels to that where then if you want to get into being on there directly for a Notion consultant, you could go into this trip. And I think maybe by the end of summer, I'll apply for that. That's a much bigger effort. It's not really a test as much as, you know, what are you doing out in the community? Some real world applications with clients. You've got to really be out there doing things. And so they got a whole litmus of that. I'd like to do it. I don't know if I care necessarily to be a Notion consultant, maybe, but I just want to do it to say I did it and to kind of push myself on the issue. So that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
I mean,
it can always be a possibility depending on what you want to do.
Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it. That's we'll kind of move on from there. But you get the badge, you get the logo. We'll see what happens. I mean, by the end of the month, probably everybody will have that badge, but it's okay.
I don't know. Who knows?
It was a lot tougher than I thought. I went in going, I studied really hard. I knew a lot about it. I've used it for a long time. And I thought, well, I think I know. But man, the questions are not easy in there. You really
No
have to know
joke,
what you're
right?
doing. No joke. And so it's going to give people fits. Yeah. Yeah, this is how we learn, Jim. We watched How Bill Comes to Law in the cartoons on Saturday mornings, and
I'm just a bill. Capitol Hill.
Oh my God,
but
I
I'm going to
love
make
that.
it to the top someday.
Yep. What perks does it give
I'm
you?
going to be a law.
I get a car. I get a Tesla.
Right. That's my.
You do get
I
to.
requested a Tesla at work last month.
Well, it's good on you. You deserve it after all the streaming.
I did. I swear to God. I asked the main boss. He's like, he goes, here, I'm going to get you guys a laptop. And I was like, well, we're not technicians. Why are you giving us a laptop? Which it was like an insult because I was basically saying we're smart enough, but whatever. And I said, listen, you can give us the laptop. I go, but we just want a Tesla to take back and forth to work. I says to
That's
him.
hilarious, man. Well, when you get one,
laughed,
let me
though.
know. Well, you should laugh. It's funny.
He laughed. Yeah, I thought it was fun.
What perks does that give you? Look, you don't get a ton of perks. You get to put it on any of your material that you want to promote. I'll put it on my channel, banner, and some other things, a website. It does draw some credibility that you went through a certain threshold, and it's not an easy threshold. So if you can get through that and get the badge, then I think people just have this idea of like, okay, I know at least you know something. And that helps. And, that gives you that little bit of cachet. But it also opens up to the door to the next phases of their certification ladder. And that's what I'm looking for. But, man, right out of the gate, the next one is pretty rough. And you have to really commit to it. So I'm probably going to just
But you got to remember,
do that over the next 6 months and just...
I bet you that some of these top people a couple of years ago, they've never gotten Notion certified.
No, and that's the thing. It's like I didn't have to to really do it, but I think if you want to put yourself out
It's a
there
door opener.
and do the videos, it's in, it's a door open. It's absolutely anytime you get certified in anything, it's just that extra little step up to your ladder to put it out there that you're doing that kind of.
Yeah.
And then you could go get Roam certified, or you get Evernote certified. If you really want to get into the productivity stack and get certified, you could do that too. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
When you get
Black?
to that point, they hang your jersey from the rafters.
In the rafters. Yep. Yeah, I get number 50s up there. Yep. How you doing, Harvey? What's flashing? I don't know, sir. How you doing? What's flashing with you?
Hey, Harv.
How you doing? I like Harv. Let's call him Harv.
Harvey, Dimeback Darren, we see you.
Oh, I did see Dimeback. Oh, Dimeback, I'm so pumped.
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
He's
here we go.
pumping the Revelator. He's got an Android app.
I realize, yeah. Now it's on my tablet.
Yep.
Wow, more functionality. Love the Revelator. He does love the Revelator. Not as much as we love our
He does.
DSLR.
Yeah, well,
they must-
hey, I'm glad to know more information about everything. I picked up a new toy.
Okay, let's see it. Let me put you on here.
I got this little
Put you up here.
I got this little charging station for
Nice.
my Rode Wireless Go 2s.
Oh, right.
So instead of plugging each one in, there's an actual USB-C plug down at the bottom right here, and you just drop it in, and it charges all three of them at the same time. And then there's a little battery inside this also, and then I could charge them several times just in this case alone.
That's awesome.
So I could charge it, and then I can also hook up something and charge something else at the same time, like my phone or something. And so it was kind of a $50 case, but I love it, the functionality of it, because now I could put my my wireless Go's, all three of them in there, and then put them in the little bag that came with it, and they're ready to go.
Man, stuff
Because
like
that's
that.
the downfall is,
It is.
and
what's nice
the
is
receiver in the whatever section, they drop battery at different rates. So
now's a good time to do it. Like you're getting ready for like the summer where you want to just grab that stuff and go, and you don't want to be like
go right.
Yeah, you don't want to be screwing around, right? So
Yeah,
cool on
you have
man.
to. I don't want to bring three USB-C plugs for one set. That would be crazy.
I get
But
so
that's how you had to do it.
Oh, you did. That gets so fatiguing. That's a great. I mean, it's $50, but that's not the worst. It's $50 well spent. Yes, I should have worn my graduation cap that I had from high school. That would have been hilarious. Oh, look at this. Sweet case. I wonder. Oh wait, I'm coming back to that. He did buy a PC panel, huh? Pretty neat device. We love the PC panel. Yeah, I got to get mine.
All right, cool. He saw that, and I remember he was. I think it's a pretty awesome little piece. I just like that. Even if you were to get that new thing that's out by Beacon, it's got those knobs. I just like having a slider The slider
the
is
sliders.
just, yeah.
Sliders for
I do
live
too.
especially are just, I don't know, they're just way we're meant to almost
fader.
really see. And you see the distance better, and you see better where it is.
Yep.
Those knobs, it's really hard to really gauge sometimes where they're at. I don't really like it.
And then what's cool is like Darren is even if you don't use it for audio, you can connect those knobs and buttons at the top for anything else too, like even to open an application or something. So,
Do you know if
it's
they
really
make
cool.
that case for the Comica? Don wants to know.
I don't know if they do. I didn't see that they did, but because I don't have the Comica, but
Well, you should buy one and let us know next week. If
I didn't see one off the top, but I just thought it's something I've been eyeing for about 4 months now, and I was like, I'm gonna get that because I know I'm gonna take those out and I'm gonna regret not having it.
I was wondering, is it heavy? It kind of looks like it's got some weight to it.
It's not that heavy, really. No. And it comes with a bag, so it's kind of like I put the drawstring bag in there and throw it in with my other stuff. It's called it's called ZGCINE, which is kind of like weird how they I don't know how you would pronounce that. Zigzine or whatever.
Zigzine.
There's a bunch of other ones that are out there too that look exactly the same. So I think
really?
They're just, Chinese and they're
Thank
probably
you, Cashew.
just
Cashew dropped that link in for us.
yeah.
That's cool.
And the batteries right there for that.
Yeah.
I like it though.
I think that's great, man.
I like it. I can't wait to use it. And then
Jim, you're not wrong. We might just need to get that USB port just part of our body. It's kind of where it's all going, right? I mean, we might as well just get us a little Thunderbolt USB. What else can we put in there? Maybe an SD card reader. Yeah.
God. And I'm really looking into getting those Varipoles. Do you know what a Varipole is?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm really thinking of getting a Varipole, like 2 of them.
Yep. So you can slide stuff up and down.
I actually want to get 2 sets of them. So I found out they'll come with, I could put one in the back behind me, and then I could use drops, and it comes with like 3, of paper drops that you could put in or whatever cloth, and I could keep that there and use it, or put it to the side. And then I want to have 2 more just for lights and stuff. And so, because I got these raised, like, they're like the desk, like how our lights came with the Dasneys,
Yeah.
the mounts. I got taller ones, but if you look here, these lights are they're still like too low. It's just clearing my speaker here on this one. And then I got the other one over to the side now more, but I want it to be up a little bit higher and off to the side a little more. So I'm hoping that, that's what I might do down the road.
Well, I'll let you. They're not. I mean, I'm trying to remember. When I looked at them, they weren't very cheap. I thought it was a great idea.
Well, it's $169 or $65 for 2.
Okay, that's not bad. I forgot how those work.
No, but that's just the pole.
That's just the pole. Like the Varipoles. Are they just pressured up on the ceiling, or do you got to actually?
Yeah, ceiling to floor.
So you got to find a stud up there on that drywall, and which you can do, of course.
Well, no. You don't have to find the stud actually, because they're wide enough that it's enough for even just the sheetrock. And as long as you're not hanging them across, like you're not supposed to go like across the ceiling, even though some people do.
I've seen it.
But if you're going up and down and then holding things vertically on there, it's fine. It's just when it's far out from it that it would be pulling, the weight. But there's great feedback on it, and everyone seems to love them. So we'll see how it goes.
I don't know, man. I think it would be great. I've seen variations of those, and some of them, you've seen the ones that are like really expensive, those contraptions where you've got all sorts of things. You can angle them off this and your monitors and everything. And it's like some of that stuff, just you're getting thousands and thousands of dollars. But I could see the beauty of it, especially the mobile ones that will let you roll the whole rack. So if you want to, it's nice, but it's just like to what expense, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's why if I do the Varipole, 2 of them behind me with those, drops,
yeah,
and then I just get one that undo those and set that up probably in 5 minutes. And so then I don't have to use stands that are cheaply made and don't go all the way to the wall. And it would be a huge plus to have those set up like that. But one thing at a time. I'm watching it, but we'll see how it goes. And I just sold my son's video card, and so that went out on eBay. And now he's going to get mine, and then I'm going to upgrade to a 3060 or a 3060 Ti, one or the other.
I saw the 3090 Ti is about $2,000.
Yeah, I think they're cheaper now a little bit.
Really? Because that was yesterday I saw.
A little bit. Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
the 90 I don't. The 90s I don't even look at because it's just way out for left field for me.
It's
but
just crazy money, man. It's like, I mean, it's great. I just don't. I'm not going to get the bang.
But
for
now
in my mind, so
the 3060 now though you can get for as low as 440.
The Ti or the
What? Just
or
the 3060.
Okay. Oh.
That would be the 3060 non Ti, as low as 440, and it's sold out in like 2 days. But they'll be getting more in, and I'm just waiting for a couple more weeks because I think we might even get like another $40 drop or something.
I think. You think that's going to bottom out? You think that's the lowest is going to go?
Not
for
yet.
the rest of the year?
No, it came down about $200 in the last 6 weeks, and I think it's going to come down more.
Oh, our friend Lala is up and at him. I'm sure she's been up and at him for a while. She's an early riser. I don't even know how many hours she sleeps because it always feels like she's always awake when I'm awake. Like I'll go to bed late, she's up. I get up early and she's up. I'm like, when do you sleep? I don't ever see you sleep. It's not that I'm watching.
Well,
you
she used
sleep,
to never sleep, I think. I think she used to be a lot like me. Oh, because I used to see her in like all the stream stuff. And then it was like, I think eventually you have to crash because we were burning the candle at both ends, and she still might be.
You know, I was talking to Brian earlier. Brian Paul, a big friend of ours, and he says hi to everybody.
Yo, Brian.
But you know, we were both laughing, and I mentioned to you the other day, it was a year ago that we all met in Lita, including Lala, for example, and Don.
Right.
And he said something that I said to you last week. He said, it feels like I've known you 3 years, not like 1 year. And I said the same thing to you the other night. And I said, and I didn't mean it negatively, but then I realized I think it's just because we've done so much intensive discussions and work. It feels like I've gotten to know you at a dog pace, a dog year pace.
Yeah.
And
I mean, besides my family, there's no one that I've spent more time talking to than a couple people at work. Yeah. And then you. That's it.
It's true. And it's been a great great year, and
it's really true.
It's really true. I mean, it's not even like a joke. In fact, I mean, in pure hours, I may actually talk to you more than my wife in the last year.
Right.
Just but not. And again,
true.
not a negative thing. It's just it really just shows how intensive this has been. But you made a comment about we were burning candles, and I'm thinking, I just can't imagine going back to that intensity. Like that was real intensive, and I was all game for that. But I don't know that I could go fire back into that kind of intensity right now. And not maybe for the same thing, maybe something different. I would. That's probably true. That's true with anything, though. We don't like.
You'll see when your time comes, and then you're trying to reach that goal. Then you get fired up, and your energy levels are a little different. And
it's true.
You want to get there.
And so you weren't firing that hard, obviously, before you made that last push. The last, I don't know how many months was it. 6 months? No, maybe it was more than that. 8 months to your monetization. Before that, I didn't know you. So I'm assuming you weren't burning that hot.
Well, remember, I was making a video every week for 5 months. So I went in like December all the way to like the end of April making a video so it was December, January, February, March, April-ish. So I went like 5 months of video every week. And when I did that, and then I switched over to streaming, that's when the videos came to a screeching halt. And we just went crazy with the streaming. And now I'm trying to get back into the videos. Hey, Elo. And so it's just,
hey, Dr. Elo.
It's just,
good evening, sir.
It was a whole different change at that point. And now I just want to get back more to the videos and have suggested more intense discussions, more, singled out topics on our live streams if we do.
Yeah, real focus type things. And
or just maybe not even that. Maybe I'm overthinking that. Maybe it's just like every now and then, because I'll be doing them so a lot less, of just coming in and saying hi and having fun.
Right. And I,
yeah,
I think we both are kind of in that place. Like, this is really
because what it is.
To be.
Let's just say, say you have, 400 to 500 new subscribers in the last 6 months. Now's their chance to come in and ask questions live. I've had like, I don't know, 20 people in the last week subscribe to me, and they are asking a lot of questions via, questions in the comments and stuff. And I was just like, now's their chances to jump on, but they don't know I'm here, but what I'm saying is, if I was doing a live stream, now's their chance. They could jump in and ask those types of questions. And that's what's great about it, is that it would be directly run off of the videos that I've been doing. So, the questions.
And that's what you want. That's kind of the
like
setup.
That.
That's kind of the setup where you're setting up all this.
Hi, Laura.
Meat or whatever, and then you get all the recipe laid out. People get an idea what you're trying to cook, and then they come and they're like, okay, how do you cook this bad boy? And with the way you're going about
right.
it, but you got to set them up. You got to kind of give them an idea who you're about, what you're about. And
yeah, well, you know what it is though. You don't even have to set anything up, because those are the people you're drawing in.
Right.
So it's like, that's what's so great about it. So when I'm sitting here and watching Tom Buck do a stream, and he's getting questions about the stuff I love, the reason he's getting it, because he's making videos are getting hundreds of thousands of views.
Right.
And so then he can answer those questions.
Right. And he's using, not only the credibility of and the authority of what he learned while he did all those videos, but he's got enough subscribers that he just needs a small chunk at any point in time to have that.
Yes.
That he set that up, but you got to have enough of those to where he knows when he lights up the live stream, he's going to get pointed questions based on that. And that is the way you really should do it, if that's what you're looking to do.
Exactly. And that's the stuff he loves. And
I'm glad she's.
And of course, he makes awesome videos too. So I mean,
he does. He's one of the best video makers I've seen on tech. Hey y'all. I said that with my southern accent, but I don't know if that's what you're. How you doing, Laura? Good evening. How you doing on Tuesday? We're into April.
Hey, Christopher.
Christopher, I saw
April 5th.
We are on April 5th. Did you get fooled on April Fools? Anybody get bit by April Fools?
No.
I got bit on an article, but I didn't get bit anywhere else.
I feel like I got bit on. Oh, dude, I did get bit on one thing.
What's that?
I did.
It's going to be different than mine. It's going to be different than mine.
It's going to be different. So I rarely go on Twitter, but I get the messages of who leaves what, So sure. Daniel Battelle, if you've never seen his channel, he talks about YouTube, and he talks a lot about editing with Filmora and stuff. He's awesome, right?
Yep.
So Daniel had a tweet, and he said that, if the first 250 people that reply to this message, I'll give a free feedback on their channel. And he actually set up like a website really quick, and you go and click on the link, and it said April Fools. You think I'm really giving this away for free?
That's great. You bid on it, did you? I mean, you don't know in the heat of the moment. It's always hard to know. Mine was totally different, because mine was what was the guy's name? Tom Holland, the actor. So I'm a Doctor Who fan. And so the whole news was that he was going to take over, the guy who played Spider-Man, he was going to take over Doctor Who in the next gen series, and rebooting it and everything. I'm reading this article, and it was done so well. And I bit into it, not thinking it was April 1. And I was so let down when I realized it was a joke. I'm like, oh, come on, man. That just bums me out, bro. Yeah, we're all winning, right? Thank you. Lala, actually, I give Lala some credit, because I'd heard about the certification for Notion, but I didn't really put a lot of stock into doing it. And then I was doing some streams for her community on Notion, and she just mentioned, hey, you should really think about it. I'm like, yeah, why not? And sometimes, again, it gets back to why the live streaming community is so important. It was in my head, but I didn't really think about it. And then somebody just says it, and for some reason it triggered me. Like, yeah, why not try it?
Yeah.
It seems like a Seems like a cool thing to do.
I mean, that's your gig, you know. That's definitely
Yeah.
all you. So I mean, it'd be beneficial.
Why not, right? And it's, you know, it took
Why not?
I took like a week and a half. I mean, there's no way that I'd pass it had I not put insane amount of hours since last January, whenever I really started getting into it. I mean, I put a lot of time into it. You can't pass it by just going and studying their documents on their site. You're going to have to really get involved to make it work. But I mean, some people probably have like a photographic mind. They can probably pull it off.
So you said you're going away, right? And
Yeah, I'm going
so I was just wondering, anybody here flying, going away? And if you're going away, we got like 15 people in here watching. If you're going away, where are you going to for spring break?
I mean, is spring break still on?
Where's your point?
Is that over or is it still on? Some areas of the country
there's a lot of
different.
people that have kids. And so if they have kids, they have to take a vacation based around when their kid has that week off.
That's true, but what about you? When in your area? When is your spring break? Done?
It's going to be in it'll be the week of Easter.
Okay, so and that's when ours usually was. It was around Easter, but so many people have it in March, and I need to take their kids and go and stuff. I'm like, wow. A lot of here anyway. There are a lot of people. A lot of schools here were like March, third week in March, they were gone. Like everybody went to Disney and stuff.
Yeah, I know a lot of people went to Disney because it definitely had quite a few friends that went, and it crossed my head also about it. And then we're talking about possibly going to Georgia or North Carolina, but we're just like up in the air about where to go, you know.
It's weird to get rebooted and kind of get your mind around traveling again. Yeah, it's exciting just even to go up north. I'm really looking forward to that. And I've been thinking about you guys did during April Fool's Day. What? Don't think too hard on it. We kind of goobers.
Yeah, we
Laura.
don't do much. Go to work. I go to work.
Yeah, my daughter's is over. My son is on his second week now. Oh, I'm assuming he's in college.
Okay. Because sometimes they have different weeks.
They stagger.
Like my wife and my son could have opposite weeks they have had already. So that happens.
Oh, he's really, Vinny, you going to St. Martin for her, your wife's 50th?
That's where I really want, me and my wife really want to go. Yeah, to St. Martin. And actually, I'm jealous because she had it booked, I should say, because she does it all. And
yeah, same here.
And then we canceled, and then it's like, I don't know what to do.
You know what I'm going to
really
do?
Want to
because
do that.
you always buy gear ahead of me, and it always makes me a little bit despondent and depressed and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure to go St. Martin.
No, it doesn't.
I know it doesn't, but I want to say it. It makes me feel good about myself, play victim. Yeah, every time I do that, John's got that weird no. I don't know why I want to make you say it. No, you don't. So I'm going to go to St. Martin's for you, dude, just to kind of make you nuts, because then I'm going to put up photos and everything. Not able to go anywhere yet. Yeah, I know. Oh, well, this just seems apropos. Might do it in Nude Beach in May. It's a little chilly in May to be doing that, Jen. We're
in Texas. Not in Texas.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true. Well, you're right. You're ready to go in Texas, man. So
yeah.
Good luck on that.
Tracy will go with her probably.
Tracy will probably go. Yeah. Maybe Andy will bring the umbrellas and the mojitos. I've learned to love mojitos, by the way. Mint mojitos. So we grow mint in the garden here, and if you do a really homebrew mint mojito, I'm ready for summer. Man, I'm ready. Howdy, Shay. How you doing? I'm wearing a hat for you. I don't know why I wear the hat today. It just felt like a hat.
What's up, Shay?
I think a lot of it I'm wearing the hat today because this is such an off-the-cuff stream. We really just threw it up there before I head out on Thursday and whatever. And then next week's going to be busy. I'm going to have a really busy next 5 weeks when I get back. I told you I joined the Build a Second Brain with Tiago Forte. He's got a cohort thing. And I didn't realize how intense the sessions were going to be until I looked through the itinerary. But it's going to be what it is. I'm excited to go into it, but man, I might need to pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
Why
you're overextending?
You know what I mean? Sometimes you get extended. You know what? I like being extended. I'll be honest with you. I do better being extended because that's when I do get out of my brain. When I don't have time to think, I don't have time to be overthinking. Right. And that sounds weird, but if I have to be in go mode, I will get her done. However, I don't want to live my life always like that. So that's kind of the point of building a second brain and finding a way to offload that. And what I'm quickly finding out, because in my orientation, what I've always researched on that, there are no perfect tools. And I think people tend to change tools too often. I think just pick a tool, stick to it, and learn a system that works for you. And I think I'm learning more and more of that. And I'm hoping I can engage with people on that when I go through this and I learn more and help people out and say, let's keep it simple and let's tailor it to what you need and not make it all about it has to be these tools, it has to be this way. People are too rigid.
Let's keep
with
it
this
simple,
stuff.
stupid.
Keep it simple, stupid. People here in the Philippines are quite busy spending time out. It seems the pandemic will end soon. I don't know. I was able to watch the Batman with hubby in a theater, I'm guessing, and we were only 8 people inside the cinema. Yeah, how was that movie? I told John that during the pandemic. I really miss going to a theater, and I know we don't go as much as we used to. I miss that shared experience of going to a theater with people.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I would go to a movie with you and your family. I would love to do that. So I'm going to hop over your way pretty soon, and we'll do that.
Yeah, well,
it'll be a cheap.
We didn't
movie.
ask you to come, but it's kind of weird if you try to shove yourself in there. But whatever.
Yeah. Well, wait till you see me sit
Rodrigo.
between you and your wife. I'm going to be like holding the popcorn, be like, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
Just like that kid is like, "Hey, you want to go get something to eat after the game? Exactly. Where are you going?
Where are you guys going? Can I come with you?
I'll come with you."
3.
All right,
you only have
kid.
3. 3's a what do you say? 3's a crowd. 4 is better. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Anfisa, hello. How are you?
Tracy will be there, so I'm going to be a Tom. Okay, you be a Tom.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's a Tom? Is that like a turkey?
A boy? I don't know. Explain it to us. We don't know what can you explain Tom?
Now, if she goes to the beach, Jen, are you going to wear eyeshadow or not?
People don't wear eyeshadow at the beach, do they?
She wears eyeshadow everywhere.
Tracy?
That's why I'm asking. Yeah. Jen.
Jen does?
Listen, it's obvious that you haven't watched Jen's videos, all right?
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying at the beach. I never saw a video of her at the beach, really, wearing any of that.
No, but anywhere she goes, she wears different colors.
I didn't ask that.
Oh.
I understand that. Oh,
gotcha.
Okay,
now I understand.
Look, dude, no, I understand it. I see people wear it to Walmart.
I know, he tries to shove himself right in there. Right, thanks, Cashew and Jen.
Well, I don't like any of you people tonight.
Being Tom, okay.
I don't like any of you.
Got it now.
Rodrigo says, I agreed. I don't like to be left in my random thoughts. I think no one does. Hey, everyone. He drops this kind of, I don't want to say dark comment. And he's like, hey, everybody. It's like, I don't like to be left in my thoughts.
And then we're at the beach nude.
Hey, take your time. Did I tell you I lost all my money in the stock markets? Hey, nude beach. We were just making fun, Rodrigo. But it's true, man. I don't mind my thoughts. They're not dark. I think the problem my thoughts are, they get to be stubborn. I get to be
it's just
conflict
overwhelming.
with myself. It's overwhelming. I get overwhelmed. I take on a lot because I love to take on a lot. I see a lot of opportunities. I take on too much, and then if any time to think about it, I get overwhelmed. When I hit the,
and plus when we're talking about this stuff, they don't know what you're doing. Like I know what you're doing because you tell me. Like you did 6 videos for some guy, over the course of a few months and got paid for that, made money. That took a lot of time, but it's like they don't know that it's just this because they only see what they see here. They see the live streams, they see us doing some videos, and then some people could say, well, maybe you're not doing enough videos. Yeah, well, I work 40 hours a week and then drive another 10, and then
there's that.
And then go to lacrosse games and.
I didn't expect when we came out of the holidays and we were making the change on the live streams. I'm I'm gonna have all this time to do videos, and then I got sucked into that project, which was great for 6 weeks, and then I got sucked into this, and I'm like, okay, I can be mad, or I gotta just go with it. And this is one of the things that I'm really reading with people, and Tiago is one of these guys that I really like when he says, you might as well just enjoy this journey. If you're going to end up doing something and it's getting in the way of what you thought, just enjoy it. There's no point in fighting it. Then you might as well not do it.
No.
There's no point, and I just think that that's the way to handle it. That wasn't what my plans were coming out of the new year when I sat down. Yeah, my tensions. But it doesn't mean that what happened is bad. It doesn't mean that the new direction is necessarily bad. You just got to come to terms with that and not be beating yourselves up on not doing that. It's like going, oh, I did.
What's that saying? That saying is when you're, I think it's something like when you're planning life, like when you're making plans, life happens or something like that.
Life has other ideas, basically. It's the truth.
Yeah,
and that is so
like
true, right?
Things just happen. You can make all the plans you want, but you can't control the inevitable. So it's
or as Mike
the tree's
Tyson
gonna
says,
fall when the storm
everybody
comes.
has a plan until the first punch.
Till you get punched in the face.
It's so true, man. I am looking forward.
Unless you've never got punched in the face.
I
you
am
wouldn't
very
know what
much
that
looking
feels like.
forward to wearing eyeshadow. I've worn eyeshadow before. I've done some drag stuff for people for shows and things. And
I wore a little thigh shadow. It's a little different.
it's not the same
But
thing.
it's not the same.
No.
Thigh shadow is, and with my cankles. I have really good calves, by the way. Extremely large calves.
We've seen them because you did streams with your
I
shorts
showed
on.
them once. I did show them once. I don't know if
did.
that will ever make it on, video.
I think there's time yet. But I love it in the theater when it's almost too loud. I agree. It's the Dolby and the crazy 7.1 or whatever. I agree, but
I like it.
Man, it's such an experience.
The energy is good.
Energy of it. And I like going and getting
Live music,
popcorn.
too.
I like getting the popcorn. I like sitting down. I love seeing the trailers. I still like
Veal.
that. There's that whole thing. What? What are you talking about?
Veal calves.
Got
These
veal
are
calves?
veal calves. I think he's trying to be like Arnold.
No, he's
Believe me
trying to be
now
like
and listen
Hans
to
and
me later.
Franz. Are we old enough to remember
Yep,
Hans and
Hans and
Franz will
Franz.
pump you up?
Oh my God, love that. Love that show.
Yeah.
That skit, I should
Pump
say.
you up. Yeah, it's a great skit. They didn't. The good news is they didn't beat it
Yeah.
to death. The secret to planning is to remember other plans which took a turn south, but new nice things happen instead. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's true. It's all like life is perspective, man, and YouTube will test your ability to have perspective. I think.
Yeah, I mean, you're going through the same thing. Like, put it this way, I wanted to do a video this weekend and get it done, but they had this thing where Rutgers was having a lacrosse game, Rutgers College, and my son is in this group, and they did a tailgate party, and the kids got to run out onto the field. They got to meet and talk to some of the players, and my son got, autograph and saw a college game front row. And, and it,
Rutgers, Scarlet.
it was
something, right?
hours.
Scarlet Red or something.
Yeah, Scarlet Knights.
Scarlet Knights.
And that was, that's, started at like
10.
3:30 till 10 o'clock at night. That's half my Sunday is right there just doing that.
You're just dealing, and
I had a great time,
yeah.
but the thing is, it's hard to have a good time if you're there thinking about
Be there.
trying to do this.
You might as well
And
be
so
present. Yeah.
I did, and I felt good about that.
Good on you, man.
Like I felt like, hey, at least I'm here in the moment, enjoying it. And I was freezing, by the way. The wind was blowing. It was cold, but
Time
it
of
was
year,
cool.
such a tease. Drives me crazy.
But then you could beat yourself up. You know what I mean? And it's just not worth it.
And I
so.
do that sometimes. I think my worst time, just lay it out there, my worst time would be at night. I'm a night person. And when I'm not sleeping and I'm up and there's no one around or nothing, that's when I can get myself into trouble. And when I do find myself doing that, I just usually get up and start working because I can't sit there and think about that rumination. Rodrigo, I get you, man.
I could get work done. Yeah. At night.
It's just better and I get so much done. Last night, I was going to go sleep like 10:30, 11, and I ended up working till almost 2 in the morning. I got so much done, and I have fun doing it. I wish I could just maintain those hours and wouldn't be a problem because honestly, I get more done.
Yeah.
I get you, John. I'm trying to make a video right now, but I'm watching the stream and put the project aside. Well, we appreciate you doing that and jumping in here. We won't hold you much longer anyway.
Well, he'll compliment you, but I'll just say, don't use me as a crutch. Go get that video done.
No, stay here. Stay here.
That's
We
what
got
I'm
a couple
saying.
more minutes. Stay
Go
here
get
with
that
us.
video done.
John, shut your mouth.
Rodrigo.
It's just a pain. Anybody need a co-host? That's funny. Oh my God.
Maybe Cashew. Cashew will step in.
Cashew will step in. Plot twist.
I think she should.
I
mean,
this. There we go.
it's about time.
Yeah. Nightbot is Cashew's second nickname and account. Plot twist. That would really blow people's minds. We're like,
Yeah.
you were Nightbot the whole time? Okay.
That is kind of funny, actually.
And then we're
That'd
like,
be
oh,
funny.
now I feel bad because I spent about a month cussing Nightbot out when I was trying to integrate it into my live streams because it was just a cluster. And now I
Yeah.
realize it
Remember
was
we
just,
first all tried that?
right.
Tracy tried it. I
Yeah,
tried it. A
and
couple
it
other
just
people.
Turns out it was
overran
cashew.
everybody.
It turns out cashew had a little bit of a problem.
Right.
And it wasn't working out, so she just changed her name.
Hang on a second.
Cashew Bot. Oh, I love that he's doing family time now while we're trying to stream. Oh, it's the son. It's the boy. He's coming here to challenge the old man on who's controlling the tribe of the Ryan family. He's going to wrestle him. You see, he's got that face thing on. That means he's going to challenge him to a father-son duel. They're going to wrestle. I hope the son wins. Not going to lie to you. That's the thing, Jen. Right? There's no distractions. I just get into plus my biorhythms just work better at night. I may have to make some changes. I think the daytime, I suck between, I don't know, 11 and 3. I might as well just use that for running errands and doing things and then work until 2 in the morning and just not even bother. I can't focus unless I'm forced to. But that's gonna be another thing I do with this thing this journey I'm on the next 5 weeks is to learn how to plan and schedule my week and my days where I can pull in a project or time based on now you don't have that luxury because you have to work, and I do have that luxury more than you. I have client projects I have to work on, but I can
Yeah, but you're working.
I am working, but I can fiddle around and push and pull. So I could say, you know what, right now I don't want to work on that client project and I'm not feeling it. I'll yank something out that speaks to me because there are like different modes. We are creative, or maybe we're more in administrative task mode, or maybe we're just more in research mode. And what happens, we get focused into one or the other, and that's when we start resenting things, we start procrastinating. And so it's better just to work with whatever your body is willing or mind's willing to deal with. Not everybody has that luxury. I do have that luxury, so I don't have that excuse because I can push and pull around a little bit more than most people. However, there are other downsides to being a freelancer.
There's other downsides, which is like when you know that you have time and you don't do what you're supposed to.
When you don't work, you don't get paid because the only way it's not a salary.
That's right.
You know, if you're not working, you ain't getting paid, and you got to pay your own health care, and you got to pay your own. There's a lot of overhead, and so you can't be idle. Taking vacations, it's hard for freelancers because you don't get paid. That's the other thing you and I say we're going to work on. We're going to work on passive income. That's going to be something we work on. Shoebot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I love this. Shoebot. Although I was thinking more like
except it's got to be a C.
Shoebot. Is that Shoebot? I like that. Shoe. So SHOO bot. Shoebot. I'm so incredibly
Shoebot.
So I was reading an article about whether or not YouTube's lost. This article was 5 reasons why YouTube's getting worse, is what they call it. And one of the articles,
sounds
a lot of
positive.
It's at the end of the day, YouTube's not going anywhere. But you know, the couple stood out to me, and I wanted to get your opinion on it. We've talked about it. One of the first things they talked about was the problem with YouTube right now is too many ads and too many ads and where they're placing them. And so let's say you take a 10-minute video and you got a pre-roll ad, you got a mid-roll ad, and you got an ad that's going out of that 10-minute.
Yeah, but they're not placing them. The person that is, monetized is placing them too.
Right, but the question
both
is true, but that's not even like if too many people are doing that because they're monetized because they want to make money. And I'm not making any judgment on it. I'm asking for questions. Is it too much? Is it too much on a 10-minute video to be having a pre-roll run ad, then you got one mid, and then you got one at the end? I mean, 30 minutes, I'm good with. I have a little problem with the, I don't know if I'm a 10 minutes, I want a pre-mid.
I rarely complain ever about any ads because I just feel like the value and information that I get off of YouTube it's just extraordinary. I just think it's incredible. Like, you want to learn something, there's just so much to learn. And if I have to watch a couple, it doesn't bother me at all. I never complain about it.
I'm with you.
In my head, I never go, another ad.
If the content's something I really want, but to be honest with you, there's a lot of times I'm like, geez, man, come on. It's like, so I'm not so sure. And I have a feeling you and I are patient that way. We understand the value. I'm not sure that the younger generation is.
No, you're right about that.
And so maybe I'm not going to complain about that as much as somebody who wrote the article, maybe a little bit younger, who's like, only they know is streaming of no ads.
Right.
that could be. The other issue
No,
that
there's ads in live streams.
Yes,
there's
there is.
ads in live streams for
Yeah.
sure.
Go to Twitch too, man. There's a lot of ads in gaming.
It's just that a lot of the people,
Like
you know,
someone made a good
aren't
point about the
maybe
pre-roll. You got a
monetized or
5-minute
watching.
ad that's about how to disengage a bomb or something that's going to blow up, and I've got to sit through 2 pre-roll ads on a 5-minute roll, and they're like, I need to get to the information because I need to know how to defuse the bomb. I understand, like, some people, I get that, like they need something like quick, and they got to sit through that pre-roll, and that just, I don't know, and I don't know how often that happens. It's interesting that people are complaining about that. On short videos,
Laura's saying there's no ads on live streams. I think a lot of people take the ads off because I know on a good chunk of my live streams, I just didn't have the ads run, my personal ads. And then I thought about it though, and then it's like if YouTube is going to run ads, then instead of me,
yeah,
then why am I going to give them anything for free? So that's where I thought about it. So, I'd rather have control where I put an ad than just letting YouTube do it. But yeah, I mean, the live streams can have ads for sure.
Rodrigo says, I think ads are fair enough when the video is not a well-known ripoff like a music video. I like these. Yeah, I do get tired of that where people are just sitting there watching other people. I actually enjoy some of the ones where people are actually watching, like they're watching comedian a clip and they're doing kind of a reaction. But I'd rather just watch the clip of the comedian. They're using somebody else's material to do a reaction video and then make money on that. To me, it's skirts.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's like,
yeah. I mean, listen, I agree with you, and we talked about that. That's how people gets monetized. I mean, people will run off of other things to get monetized and make money because their main objective is not being totally fulfilled from YouTube. It's more about that. This is how I'm going to make money. I mean, I should start a channel on a reaction channel and just at some time see where it takes me.
I thought about that too. Like if nothing, like an experiment to go, okay, I'm going to do nothing but reactionary videos. I should just set one up because we could do one. I guarantee you we would punch through a lot of subs pretty quick on the reactions. They just grab a lot easier. I'm lost a little bit on this, and maybe I need to investigate. But how can you run, like, for example, I saw some reaction videos come up on, like, say, a comedian like Bill Burr or something like that, right? How are they able to do that? Like, how is that not part of TOS? And how can you actually get monetized through that effort using somebody else's?
Yeah, because you can react to it as long as you're just taking clips and making reactions. And there are certain limitations to all that, and you'd have to know them all to be right. But I know other creators that have friends that do it, and they got monetized doing it. So I know a lot of people do it. I mean, there's a lot of people here, right, that take famous people's names and clips, and they get thousands of views off of that.
Yeah.
And they gloat about how great their channel is, but honestly, they're not coming to the channel for that person. They're coming to that channel because all those names and everything draw everything. So you got to be careful. I think people get really big heads, and they really shouldn't be getting big heads about that stuff.
And so I went down and I started looking. Other people using, like, people get into trends. And I saw for a while people were all going into Bill Burr. Like, it usually depends on, like, a political, cultural moment going on. And I saw a ton of people using the same videos and doing a ton of playlists. And I'm like, how is this really allowed? Really? I mean, if you're being honest, Bill Burr's stuff is being utilized to help somebody else get monetized. It just seems like that ought to be shut down, I think, a little bit. I don't see the point in that.
I mean, I still think there's a certain amount of what people, you still have to put yourself out there. You still have to have an opinion. And when you do have an opinion about topics like that, you're going to get a lot of negative hate stuff. And they all have to deal with that kind of stuff. So I feel like it doesn't mean that they're not creative totally.
No, man, I'm going to be honest with you. They're saying nothing, maybe 3 words during the whole video, and at the end they're like, wow, that was really something, blah, blah, blah. They're not giving and putting that
I don't know how they're getting away with that, though.
I don't know. I think there's just a lot of these people doing it, and it's really hard to shut that down. And I do think it's a murky line. And so you know, people are coming and they're watching. And when I'll tell you why, because YouTube's making a crap ton of money, and because it does walk a line. I don't know that they want to go and really, you know, make fire where there's only smoke. I get that. Laura says, I like smaller channels who interact with the crowd. I do too.
And there's bigger channels that do it well too. I mean, Nick Nimmin does a great job interacting with all, you know, his subscribers, and he's got like about, you know, 900,000 of them.
Couple. Ads aggravate me regardless of person or video, so I have to pay premium. I'm gonna be honest with you. I couldn't do. I tried to do. I'm like, I'll get free Hulu and just watch the ads. I'll get free whatever and just watch, and I couldn't do it. I got so used to not watching ads now. I can't watch regular TV anymore, unless there's something I have to, like a game or something maybe, or news that I want to check out. But other than that, like,
and none of that bothers me.
What doesn't bother you? Ads?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Really? I just find, I'm like, no, man, I can't be bothered. I'm so annoyed being sold this garbage between watching stuff, and I just want to get on with it. My time is precious. If I can shave off an extra 10 minutes of not having to watch ads in a 30-minute thing, that's a lot of time, man. So, like,
that's why that's where you watch things double time. Everybody watches.
Now I'm talking about Hulu and stuff like that, but I do watch on double time on a lot of videos for sure, man. Unless somebody's talking already really fast, and it's going to sound like the Chipmunks. I'll be honest with you. I like the guy who's like, so I was gonna plug the cord in, and I'm like, double time that dude, and then he sounds like a normal dude. But you can't do that with guys who are like doing chipmunk talks already. And then
what's his name? You can't do that with what's his name? The purple background tech guy. I can't.
Alex Tech.
You know,
Mr.
No,
Alex
one
Tech.
of our faves. The other guy.
Are you talking about Da Vinci dude, or are you talking about somebody else?
No.
Purple.
No, the tech guy where...
yeah.
God.
Yeah, the camera guy. Come on.
No, not Camera Conspiracies.
Oh.
The guy that has, I believe he's got Asperger's, right?
Yeah. He does camera stuff, doesn't he? He talks about it. Or
Yeah. Gerald Undone.
Gerald Undone. Yeah, I didn't mean, I just meant he's camera guy, not the camera.
No, but he talks so fast, right?
Yeah, that's what part of the deal, I think, there. I get into that too, where I stumble and talk too fast. I have to really work to slow. I don't talk as fast as him, but I have to really work to slow myself down. And if not, I end up slurring words. I talk too fast.
He doesn't waste any time when he talks.
No, that dude's going. And I don't want to waste people's time. Like, I do a video, I'm like,
a lot of information.
Let's kind of move if we can.
No, I don't either, but he doesn't go for much of an or this or that. He is like, boom, gets those. He's very well scripted. That's why.
I will say this, Jen and John, I haven't flipped for like the YouTube subscription.
You'll have 10 subscribers.
I mean, you could do that. You could just bypass the YouTube ads and get a YouTube subscription. I just don't want to pay for that. I'm willing to watch the ads and give the money to the specific creator that I am watching to make sure they actually get the money. Yeah, you need to do that. Poor girl, she's already doing it, man. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. Rodriguez, I just want to point out how many subs Nick Nimmons has and how he takes the time to, and Art sometimes reply to every single person. And really, I've seen this with a couple people. It's really important. And whether you have 5 people or you have 500 comments, I think it's really important to get in there as much as you can and mix it up. And the people who do it, really, I think their channels just earn better. John, the tech guy with the purple background. I know. I was like,
wait, is that me?
John's like going all third person on himself. He's like, that guy, John Ryan.
You know that guy.
That guy, John Ryan.
So let's get, you said Steve was asking about something.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Because we're already over. We're an hour and 15 minutes
in. Then let's talk about it and then we'll blow. We'll get out of here because we got to, you're right, we're over. So, and I don't know if we can answer the question. I think he may not be here. Him and his lovely wife stepped in earlier. But, okay, so here's the lowdown. He made a comment last week. Hey, I need a mic, $100 budget.
Right.
Well, that was not a joke, but kind of a joke. In the end, what we boiled down to was I asked him some questions because we needed some answers. He does have routing issues that he wants to deal with, so he's going to want to be able to route.
Right.
He doesn't want to add an interface of some point to it, and he's willing to spend $200 to $300 on that package. Of course, I'm thinking, well, then you're right in the wheelhouse of something like a Wave XLR if you wanted, and add in a mic, you're pretty much ready to go. But he threw me a curveball because he's like, well, my wife does, she has a cooking channel, and so she does stuff. Now he said she could use my rig a lot of times, but she does use her phone. and I'm like, and she probably is going to be doing cooking things where she's moving, I'm thinking. So I'm like, well, we might want to separate that out, because she's either gonna need a lav mic or a decent pen mic if she's cooking, right? She can't have a dynamic mic stuck in her face through an interface, so that's not going to work out.
No.
And then I'm thinking, how much mobility? So that's one thing I need to ask him, is I don't really know how much mobility, but
I think he needs to get 2 mics is what
he's going to need 2 mics, because if she does use it with her phone,
he's got to.
I don't know. So whatever options for somebody, for example, $100 that wants to use a mic for their phone and for USB, for example, through say USB. So I don't know. I mean, you could get the new. You can get the new wireless Go the wireless Go mic that's USB, and plug it into your computer, plug it into your phone, which works out better, right? Because that's a lapel, right? It's a lav.
No, it's like a shotgun mic.
It is?
Yeah, the Rode wireless Go. Was it the Video Pro wireless Go 2 or something like that? It's the new one for like $99.
Well, how does that work? Is that like is that like an interface to the unit? I don't really know the unit. I don't really know the Go 2. How does that?
No, it's a USB, and then you plug it in, and it notices it. I mean, it's hard to have one mic that's going to be good for everything. I mean, if he's going to sit down and, do videos in front of a computer and talk, I just think you should spend the money for a USB, wave setup, the Wavelink, the Wave 3. It's USB. I mean, it's small, it's compact. You plug it in USB, you can plug it into a phone, you can plug it into a PC, and you got the routing right there.
Well,
so
right. And the end of the day, that was kind of
$120.
$120. That was kind of. So that will plug. So that can plug into a phone. Explain to people how that plugs into a phone.
Well, you have, depending on what phone, you got to get the right dongle. So if it's if it's a iPhone, you have to get that Lightning to USB dongle, and then plug it in, and then plug it into the computer.
Yeah.
So it depends.
So, but the Wave 3 would actually work for both with a dongle for the phone, right? So, I mean, I'm saying you could get one mic and accomplish all we want to accomplish if you went out and got the right dongle for your phone, because you could use it. Well, no, the problem she might still have is I don't know how she's cooking.
She's going to want to have something.
Yeah. Right. So if she's stationary, maybe you can get away with it, but then I don't know how well it's going to pick up.
I think you should just. I think you should use like a shotgun mic instead of a lav, and just if she's cooking, then it should come over the top. You should get a mic stand and have it out of frame, and it's not like she has to sound like she's a superstar live streamer. She just got to be able to get some decent audio. That's all, because you're cooking. It's it's not expected that you have to sound a certain way.
And I know I passed some people up. I'll catch up to you, but his wife said, "Yeah, I'm mobile when filming, but sitting when editing and doing voiceover." But that's you could use. Yeah. So there you got the issue though. You can't use that same Wave 3 setup. You're going to have something.
No, he should buy 2 different mics, 2 different setups, and this way, like if you're willing to spend $300, then I would get the Wave for like the Wave 3 USB for like 120, 130.
Yeah, me too.
And then I would connect a shotgun mic with the stand and stuff out of the shot. I mean, because in the long run, what happens is you start thinking, I could use a $10 lav mic and then plug it in, and then you're like tripping over something as you're opening the stove or something, and it gets frustrating.
It's really frustrating.
Then you get a cheap, then you'll get a cheap, wireless mic set up, and then you'll have interference like crazy, and that will drive you nuts. And then you'll spend the money for good stuff, like a wireless Go, but that,
Yeah.
I would just start simple. And
I would
you
too.
can always use a shotgun mic in some fashion.
Yeah, that Wave 3 really, for the $125 or whatever, really answers an initial problem with routing and getting some really nice sound, and then allows to free up the money in that budget he was giving me to kind of look into. You could get a $60 or $9 pen mic if you had to, right? You don't need something crazy. I have a $60 one I'm going to be using. It's okay. I think that's the way to handle that. Now, my only concern is, I don't know how mobile she needs to be with the phone. Like, is she just setting up? So I have to ask more questions, or maybe.
Yeah, it's hard unless you actually see what people are doing and how
that mobile setup. What does that mean? Is it a stationary mobile setup, or are you on the run? Are you on the go? And speaking of which, Ash, how you doing, Ash? And so this is my problem, Ash. I hate the leash. I just, good to see you. I hate the leash, man. Even this, I'm sitting down and I get tangled up in this. If you're doing something like Ash is doing with their Dash channel and all that, where you're like on the go, it's always constant, unless you get the wireless, I guess, right? The wireless stuff. But I don't know. Well, even then, right? You still got to, I don't know. Can you use, what do we have now for like wireless? We don't have wireless buds with these things yet, do we? That are really worth anything.
I wouldn't use them anyway.
I wouldn't, because I know. I wouldn't use them, but you never know. Things are improving, so between lag and other things, you might get okay. But the problem is you get so much interference when you get out in public with them.
No, you can get them. They have them, but no one uses them because if you cut out, then you're in just big trouble to begin with.
Yeah. They're not really 1,000%. The only problem is the leash. But it is cheap, and I have a cheap lav mic too. And I'm shocked at how well it works. For $12 even, right? Oh, it's always nice spending time with you. Thank you for dropping in and seeing you. You're a wonderful
I've used them. I've used that $10 and done videos with it, and it was good for when you had it. And I think it's good to have one.
Yeah. I think it's a must to keep around, because you just never
if you're moving around,
you got to have it if you're moving around. It's just
a little crazy.
If you're in a car. Yeah. Wait till you monetize, and I can do it. Just keep the choice as it. I got a lot of things sitting on that. If I get monetized routine, I'll see what happens. So Nina says it's a small kitchen, 10x4, not very mobile while cooking. Okay, I'm just trying to, because like John and I are saying, when people say mobile, I don't know if you mean you're going out and like visiting caves or volcanoes and cooking. And that's crazy extreme. But like, what does mobile mean? Or do you mean mobile just behind a counter even? Because that's enough for put up a pen mic. If you get the right angle and just kind of be a little disciplined with it, out of shot, I think that's that's the way to handle that. And again, you don't need to go crazy on spending a lot of money on that.
Nope.
You could, she could use a lav mic though, right? But but you're moving around. The problem with that is it can ruffle, it can get noisy in there and muffled. It just depends. So your best bet is to get a pen mic, I think. If you're
pencil mic?
Pen mic. I'm calling it pen mic now. Pencil mic, yes. Speaking of lav mic, Rodrigo says, I realize the cord in mine is 0 protective against, oh, fantastic. I will try to shield the cord somehow. Yeah. Getting a lot of bleed through, are you? That's really not fun. Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, I don't know. There's got to be something you could probably wrap around that. But I wonder if it's going to be more than just buying a new cord that's adequately protected. Not really sure. I haven't really. If she's using her phone, no.
Yeah, it's the Rode video mic. It's the new Rode video mic Go-To.
Can you put it up? You can have it to where you can. Screen?
Yeah, hang on. Okay. That one right there.
Yeah, 99. There are cheaper ones, but
yeah, but this thing sounds great. And then you could use this as a regular mic. You could plug it in just USB and use it as a mic for your computer.
Yep.
When she does a voiceover or anything, and then she can use it, as with her phone also.
You don't need
it's a good setup.
It's a great setup for the price, because you don't need to buy an interface. You go USB in, right? And it'll hook into your mobile device. I don't know. That's a really good mic.
And you can download the Rode road new software that actually lets you route, I think, 1 or 2 things with that also.
Is that right? Okay.
Is that me?
Yeah. Look at you. What are you doing, man?
Yeah.
You're making me nuts.
I don't know. I want to go.
Okay.
It's late already.
It is. It's 9:30 your time. All right, friends.
You said an hour, and we're an hour and a half.
I know. I'm bad as you know. All right, everybody. John's got to go.
Just had coffee grinds. That was good.
Oh, friend. Yeah, I appreciate everybody dropping in.
Chew those up.
I'm not going to go down the list. Thanks, guys, for stopping in on Tuesday. He's right. It went a little longer than I planned. Now John's going to be mad all night. All right, guys. We'll see you guys sometime next week. I don't know when. I get back sometime next week, and I'll drop in. We'll say hi to you guys and do our business. John, I'll speak to you very soon. You go do whatever you got to do.
Lala streams, Ash. You can go to her stream.
Yeah, go to her stream.
If you
nice
want.
seeing you.
Say hi.
Bye, Nina. Bye, Jed. Bye, Rodrigo. Everybody, appreciate it. Everybody, hang out if you want. Say hi to each other.
Bye, Jen.
Be good to each other.
Peace out, Steve.
Don't listen to John ever again, though.
Ugh.
Ugh. John. Did you drink those coffee grounds, really?
I chewed them up and ate them.
You're a real man.
Just a little shocking at first.